Welcome back everybody to another episode of Restoration Roulette, where we go out and buy a car to do up and sell. But we got two catches, one being it's a totally random car picked off eBay, we just don't know what we're going to get, and two
is that we've only got a month to do it in.
That's right, a month. We didn't do it last time, can we do it this time? We'll see. Instead of picking it on the computer, being a bit boring upstairs, I have made this, a roulette wheel. So what I just did, I went on eBay on the classic cars under £10,000 and there's 2,036 cars on there. To narrow that down a bit more, we're only going to go for the buy it now ones, which there's 154. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all the eBay numbers of all those cars around the edge, which will look something like this. And there we go. All the eBay listing numbers for all the buy it now classic cars under £10,000. So we're going to get our champion darts player over there to throw a dart, and hopefully while it's spinning it's going to hit one of them numbers.
Yeah, well he's just gone and done a runner, so I'll have to do it for you, mate, sorry.
Right, grab your darts, let's have a quick warm up before you pick our car.
Okay.
Oh, you lucky boy. Right, I'm going to stand here. Don't miss, all right?
Okay.
Go on then. Oh, we got one.
Yes.
First go. Right. Let's put this number in and see what we get. Where's my phone?
Yeah, you got to tell me.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that. That's proper different. Have a look at this, Keith.
Oh, that's different. That's going to be good.
Mini camper van. Never seen one of those before. How random is that?
Yeah.
Totally different to the buggy.
Yeah.
Right, I'll hit the buy it now and then I'll go and get it.
Excellent.
Sound.
Yeah.
So I've been and got the Mini, it's on the back of the truck. I had to go to Kings Lynn to get it, which was like 3.5 hours drive away. So it's been a long day. Now, I paid the bloke £7,995 for it. So nearly 8 grand. That is a lot for a Mini project, but it's a one-off. I've never seen one before and I've been into Minis for years. So Keith's down the other body shop at the moment painting a car, so I'm going to get it in, get it unloaded and surprise him with it and see what he thinks. Right, let's get it in. Right, keep your eyes closed.
Okay. Ow.
Right, go for it.
Wow, that's small.
It is a Mini.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's go and have a look, I'll show you. So Keith, it's a 1974 and it's on the logbook as a Mini Clubman camper van. So it's a proper converted camper. Never seen one like this before. It's only done 19,000 miles from new, and the last owner said he went all around Germany. That was like 20 years ago, so at one point it was reliable. So all we got to do is get it back up to that standard. It's just such a unique little camper. Love it.
Oh, that's nice.
Looks all right, doesn't it? We've got a little fridge and a cooker and there's a heater in there and sink and stuff. Yeah, it's all right.
But I thought it said on the listing that there was no damp.
Yeah, I noticed that. So the roof inside it's got all black bits hanging off it and stuff, and the wallpapers, I don't know if it was just stained or what, but yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't smell of damp inside.
It doesn't, does it?
No.
But I suppose it's been dry stored.
So what's this, on an air vent?
Yeah, well, luckily, about 15 minutes in, I'm just driving, I thought I saw something, so I pulled over, went back and got it, found it in a hedge. So the top, where it hinges, is totally bust off.
Might be able to get it repaired.
Or we'll try and sort of stick it somehow. But yeah, right, let's go around the front, I'll show you the engine.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Is that 1,000?
It's a 1275 automatic. So I suppose in one of these you just want to stick it in drive and just plod.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good, it is. It all looks clean. There's actually coolant in it, which is good, so it ain't got a coolant leak.
Right, let's hear it running then. What?
It's another project that doesn't run. It's got a fuel leak. The bloke said the fuel tank's burst and it's got no exhaust on it.
Okay.
So I don't know what exhaust would fit because it's about 2 foot longer
Yeah.
than original. So we might end up maybe getting the front half off a normal Mini and then we'll make like a bit of the back.
Yeah, well, we can do that, can't we? That's easy enough.
But look at that as well. We've had some passengers. There's nothing in it. And also, see the colours?
Yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah. So the original colour was red.
Okay.
The bloke told me, nice bloke, real nice. He had a mini shop. He said they were painting a 1275 GT and he said he wanted this a different colour, put it alongside and quickly blasted a coat of paint over it. But there's a bit of rust up here. There's a bit on the A-pillars as well. And this front valance is...
Well, it needs bare metal in again, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's knackered, I think that is. But and then it's round to the side bodywork. Well, because I'm real conscious that we've only got £2,000 and I want to put this back to original red, what can we do with this side that's cheap because it's like not white anymore, is it?
I think it'll just polish up by hand.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like aluminium.
It is aluminium, but it's also just got a thin coat of paint on it as well, so we can't machine polish it. We'll have to hand
Polish it. Well, that sounds cheap anyway, which is good. The roof rack has been welded on, so we'll just get rid of that because it looks a bit of a mess. The only thing I can see is needs a bit of welding down there.
Oh yes, yeah, just under the sill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously this trim's missing.
And then I'm thinking, what do you reckon about the underseal that's on this?
It's old, it's flaking, so it needs removing, and then I think black underseal.
Right, round to the back. The only other thing I can see on the back here is this.
Oh, the hinge is gone.
Yeah, the hinge is gone. I don't know where we'll find them hinges or whether I can make some or we'll just go down Caravan Place and find them.
Yeah, I think the Caravan Place might be the best bet.
But yeah, have a look.
Yes, mad.
Even got blinds. Look at that.
Yeah.
Crazy as that.
Retro.
And then, what do you reckon on that?
Flat it and varnish it.
Yeah.
Stain it.
Just stain it.
Yeah.
Just to get all the dirt off. Again, it looks not bad condition, does it? But
But it wants stain like that, doesn't it? It wants leaving
that kind of, yeah, that kind of colour.
Yeah.
Right, let's get in the back. Well, I'll take you through this, Keith. So this is actually a 2-berth camper, which is pretty cool. This folds up into bunk beds. So this comes down, the catch is broke off, so we're going to have to fix that because otherwise it's going to hit somebody in the head. And then this cushion comes over here, and look at this. That folds up into a bunk. Right, push your catch in, and that just sits like that. How cool is that? But there looks like there's some kind of support missing here because that's proper floppy and I don't think that's going to take your weight. Yeah, it's a shame about that wallpaper. Maybe they've tried steaming it off and that's why there's the watermarks, because it definitely don't smell damp in here. And the roof, what do you reckon we could do with that roof?
Yeah, so this is proper crusty, isn't it? So I think what we'll get is some anti-mould paint, some bathroom shower paint, and give it a good coat of that.
Right, we'll put it down and then we'll have a look at the other side. Hey, have a look at that. That's cool, isn't it? Even got a little grill. How cool is that? Everything's run off gas, so gas cooker, gas fridge, the little gas bottle is down here actually, yeah, under there. And also, look at this. The heater still works. It's gas driven obviously, so we've got to get some gas. And there's a little light here to let you know it's on, and it just pops heat out the little chimney up there to keep us warm. How cool. Under here, We got where the wastewater and the normal water is for our sink, which is good. And our fridge, it's brilliant, this is. But I reckon doing it up, we'll get some like proper 70s thick shag pile carpet, lay that down, rub this down and restain it, and then some real nice lined retro wallpaper in here. So yeah, with the seat, I forgot to say about the seat, this centre undoes, and then the steering wheel comes off, and this seat actually can clip and turn backwards, so it's like a captain's seat. It's proper cool in here.
So is there storage under here then? Yeah. Oh, what's that? It's a stabiliser. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so this has been done. So there must be one on the other side as well. Oh, there must be more storage then. Oh my God. It's a toilet.
Oh, great.
Oh my God. It's got the pump and everything, mate. And it still works, look.
Oh, no way. How'd you flush?
I'll not put my hand in it.
Oh.
You just slide. Yeah, you must.
Might be a floater in there, mate. Oh, stick it out the back. Okay, today's job, Keithy, is sorting this fuel leak out.
Yep, so the fuel tank is obviously this side because there's the filler cap.
Yeah.
And we'll get it jacked up and see what's what.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's like a mini tank that's been shoved in there or something, and hopefully it's not a custom made like tank that we're going to struggle with. So
yeah, and hopefully it's underneath and not inside.
Inside in that interior, yeah. Right, let's get the jack it up.
Okay.
Right, I'll get underneath with a torch. You pour the water in.
Okay.
Hopefully it's just like a little tiny hole or something we can weld up and fix rather than having to buy a new tank.
Hopefully.
Oh, right. Right, there's nothing yet. Keep pouring. Okay. Keep going. Whoa. Oh. Well, I just had a bit of a shower.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not sweat.
There's about 1 million holes in that tank, so let's get it off. It looks like a mini one. By the looks of it, it's like a rectangular one, like an estate.
Yeah.
Mini estate, but let's get it off. That ain't gonna be repairable. Right.
No.
Let's clean this water up.
Okay.
Sound. There we go.
Ooh.
I can't believe it was bolted in, and then at some point somebody's just welded up the heads of the bolts. Right. Oh, have a. Yeah, that's not great.
No.
There's 1 million holes in it. The fuel pipe's rotten. The fuel sender's knackered, and the filler neck's rotten.
And they've tried to repair it before.
Oh yeah, there's all, yeah. Oh yeah, putty, brilliant. That is knackered. So I know that years ago, these mini pickup or mini estate tanks were mega hard to find, so.
Yeah, okay.
I'll get on the internet now and we'll get searching. Hopefully we can get one in the next week. So right, I'll go and check.
Okay, mate.
Morning, buddy.
Morning, mate, you right?
Yeah, blimey now, is this, look at the state of that.
Yeah, and that's only about a quarter of it as well.
That's mad. It'll go like 20 mile an hour faster now, top end, won't it?
Easily, mate.
How much is that? That's loads.
Yeah.
Postman's just been.
Yes.
You can get these mega easy now.
Really?
Yeah, next aid it, got it here, looks the same, apart from this filler neck I've got a cut and weld.
Yeah.
Got the sender here as well, so if you clean this up, I'll weld the filler neck and then we'll shove this tank in.
Okay, I'll get the broom going.
Sound. Right, so we've got the exhaust here now. I managed to get a standard exhaust. It's off a 1.3, but a newer one, an injected Mini. So obviously we don't need a cap because ours is carburetor. Now you could get loads of aftermarket exhaust, but they're like nearly a 2-inch bore. And the problem with this is when you're sat on the motorway 50 mile an hour or something, you just don't want that horrible drone that will just drive your crackers. Now with this, the downpipe's got a lambda probe hole on it, which we'll weld up, and we'll probably only use the rear silencer, which should be quiet enough. We've got our pipe here in the middle, which we're gonna have to put in the bender to try and make it fit as well. So I'll show you what we gotta do. So the downpipe's still going to be in the same position. It's going to come down and go into this tunnel where it normally would do. But after that, that's where it gets a bit different. It comes down here and then we've got this 90-degree right and then another sharp 90-degree left, and it goes back here through this little tunnel. And we get to this where there's a nice little space ready for our rear silencer. Now, I think with this, because it's got the aerodynamics of a brick, it will create a vacuum behind it. So maybe if the exhaust pipe comes out here, out the back, it will suck those horrible fumes through the door seal and back into the cab, which you don't want. So I think we're gonna do another 90-degree bend and then come out here just behind the wheel. Then the exhaust gases will just vent out away from the living area, which will be good. So let's get cracking. So first you'd think it's the easy bit of just fitting that standard Mini downpipe, but it's not. There's just no room up the back of that engine to get any tools. It's a right pain. Then we got the bender out to put a few bends in the exhaust. I didn't want to restrict the flow by just putting 2 tight bends in. So I did a few smaller ones instead, which worked out really well. Then we just welded a flange on the end of it so we can take it off again easily. And then we get to the rear box. Keith made some exhaust mounts and we welded all those on nice. Then I bent another small section to weld on the end of the exhaust to take those fumes right away from the car. I gave it a really, really hard sanding and a paint, which was enjoyable, and then fitted it all up. Have a look at that. Looks just like a factory fitted exhaust, proper mint. Right then, Keithy, so we've done our tank and we've done our exhaust. Yep. Next on the list, we've got checking the lights or checking the brakes. Which one do you want to do?
Check the engine, please. Make sure it runs.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, we need to hear the thing. We haven't heard it yet. Go and grab the fuel can. Let's whack some fuel in the thing.
Will do.
Right, fuel's in. Let's hear this baby purr. I reckon first flick. Wow, it might take a little bit to get the fuel up, but yeah, ready? Yep. Oh, for f***'s sake. I hope this ain't another fucking beach buggy. We got fuel now, it should be fixed, you know. Right, let's check we got spark. Right, I'll earth this out. Yep. On the head stud, and hopefully it's a set of leads or something like that, because it has been sat for years. So, right, give it a crank. Oh, yeah. Today is a new day. And I'm not going to have a paddy today and throw tools. This bloke definitely said it was running, and I trust him because he was a nice bloke. It's got to be something simple, I reckon. Let's whip out these plugs and have a look and see what they're like, and then we'll go from there. That'll tell us what's up.
Yeah.
Right, you can grab me a socket. Right, let's have a look at these. Right, so we've got a plug made by Denso, one made by Bosch. We got a Champion plug and an NGK plug.
So 4 different ones.
That should still run though. So, hey, do you know, you can tell why an engine's not running by putting that in your mouth and sucking it like a lollipop.
Go on, you're the mechanic.
Honestly, no, right, so they're all black from where it was running in the past, but none of them are wet from the fuel. Now, off camera, we've been cranking this for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you'd expect that to be soaking in fuel, but they're dry. So we've got no fuel. So I wonder if the float's stuck in the carb, or I've kinked the pipe in the tank.
Nah, you wouldn't have kinked it.
I hope not.
No.
Right, let's get a new set of plugs, stick them in, and let's pull the pipe off the fuel pump.
Yeah.
And crank it and see if there's any fuel coming through.
Okay.
Right, I'll go down the parts place. Right, plugs are back on. Let's see where the fuel pipe comes up. There it is. I wonder if it'll just yank off.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Right, just be careful because it might squirt petrol. Right, give it a crank. Okay, no, there's no petrol.
No petroleum.
I wonder, I'll pressurise the tank.
Yeah, this is why you're the mechanic.
So I wonder if there's an airlock between the tank and the pump, so the pump can't get any fuel up to it. So if I put pressure in the tank, that'll blow it to the pump, and then the pump should push it up.
Okay, so how do we do that?
I'm blowing it. Let me blow in it. Right. Let's give it a blow. Keith, mate, you got to crank it while I'm doing it. I'll run out of breath in a minute. Right, turn him off. Ace.
Brilliant.
Oh, that doesn't sound it's running a bit lumpy, but it sounds sweet mechanically. There's no taps or bangs or anything.
No, it sounds nice.
Ace. What a relief. Oh. Told you, mate. A bit of a blow job gets it going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, brill. Right, let's get the brakes checked and the lights checked, and then we'll go for a rip. Sound.
Yeah.
Mint.
Brilliant.
Right, side lights. Yeah, nothing. Right, I'll cut it short so you don't get bored, but it ended up being only the headlights and that indicator worked. Nothing else worked on this car. So 90% of the bulbs were blown, some were just missing, not even there, and they all had corroded connectors, so we had to clean those up. We did all those and that fixed most of it. We just had the front side lights and the brake lights not working after that. So for the side lights, we found corroded wires up under the scuttle and also a blown fuse, so we've done that and that's sorted. And then the brake lights, the actual brake light switch, which is down here, was missing. It wasn't even fitted to the car, so the wiring was just hanging down to nothing. So if you touch the two wires together, the brake lights come on. So we obviously know the electric side is all right, but yeah, we just got our missing switch. So I undid that banjo nut, got rid of that and got a new switch, stuck it on, connected it, and it works perfect, which is good. So that's all done, that's all working now, which is brilliant. The only things left electrical is the horn is missing, so that's an easy fix. And we've got no ignition lights, and the alternator doesn't charge the battery when the engine's running. So a new alternator will fix those two problems together. which is good. So all we've got left to do now is check the brakes. I've got to re-bleed them because I've just done that switch and the fluid come out. And then that's it, we can go for our drive. I can't wait, this is gonna be brilliant. Right, let's get these brakes off. So we got the wheels off, and looking at the front brakes, the previous owner did well. Before he's took it off the road, he's covered the discs in a bit of like a grease. It's horrible stuff, but it's saved the brakes from going rusty, which is good. So I think if I give it a quick sand, yeah, it comes off nice, and we've got a nice clean disc underneath. Pads are good, they look like they were new. We've got no play in any of the ball joints, and the drive shaft boot's good too. Also looks like he threw a new set of front shocks on it just before he took it off the road, because they are super clean. Yeah, brilliant. So the front brakes are all right. We're gonna scrape all this under seal off, I think, while the wheels are off, and then ready for our black. But yeah, let's get round to the back. So coming round the back, I checked that wheel bearing first, and then got to this one, and have a listen to this. Definitely knackered. So we need a new wheel bearing on there for a start. Right, let's get these drums off and have a look inside. So looking in here, we got new shoes, new cylinder. Inside the drum's a bit corroded, but it's not bad. But yeah, all the brakes are good. So we'll do this bearing, bang it all back together with a bit of a clean and a grease. Job's a good one. Right then, buddy. You're in the front driving while I'm making a cup of tea.
Brill.
Let's go.
Come on then.
Whee! Whoa. Nice. I could see that falling. That's definitely something we're going to have to fix.
I just had a heart attack, mate.
So, what's the first thing on the agenda?
Coffee.
Coffee. Right, let's fill the kettle. Oh. Right, kettle's full.
You got wet yet?
No. Like the cooker. Ooh, it's a good fire.
You'd be nice and warm in there.
Yeah. Right, kettle's on. Cups. Got cups. It's actually not too bad to do this, then.
Isn't it?
No. Right.
What were you saying?
And then just smash the cups. Right, you've got quite a lot of coffee in there now.
That's okay, I need a wake up.
Right. Coffee. Do you have sugar? 2 sugars?
Well, yeah, just try and put one in at the moment, and you might end up with 2 in there anyway.
Right, ready? Yours is on the right.
Oh, I can smell that. That's a nice smell. That is, that gas.
Yeah, it's like
Proper camping, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. And now we just need some milk
Yeah, 1 drop or 2.
out the fridge. It's cold.
Is it?
Yeah. We're in. Nearly.
cup of milk.
Oh, we're nearly boiled. Hey, listen to the whistle. Takes me back from me holidays with my mum and dad. Right, kettle's off. You have to watch it now because this is mega hot water.
Okay, mate.
Hang on, I got to change hands. I'm right-handed.
You get to 99.
Holy crap. Got a bit of cleaning up to do here.
You right?
Yeah. Oh. You don't know your left or your right. Oh, shit. There you go, mate. There's your coffee. I think that's got a bit of sugar in.
Thanks, mate.
Right, back to, no, this is the sugar one. Oh, back to the workshop. Well, it made a kind of a cup of coffee.
It's a brick there.
Oh no, that's got sugar in as well. Blooming hell, did the sugar go everywhere? Ugh. Right, ugh. Back to the workshop. Let's get stripping this thing. All right then, mate, that was good fun.
Yeah, it was a good laugh.
Made a bit of a mess in there, but I have to clear it up in a minute. I'm going to go out and get some parts for it, and now we know it all runs and everything, I'll leave you stripping it down.
Cheers.
That's all right, mate. You have fun.
Yeah, so it's only half a Mini, so everything unbolts. So it should only take me about hour, 2 hours max. So I started on the front first, bonnet off, front bumper, headlights, grille, and the front screen. Then I've taken the doors off. Then we stripped all the rear interior out, and now it's ready to go down the body shop to be prepped.
Well done, mate. That didn't take long.
No, it was easy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right. I'll get in and drive it down the body shop.
Okay, right.
Let's see if I can. Oh, I might need a bucket to sit on. Hang on. Let's have a go. Yay!
Right, the first thing on the Mini is to polish all the back end up and get it nice and gleaming white again. So the next thing is mask it out, turn it round and bare metal the body. So rubbing this back down to bare metal, I can't believe how good the panels are. The only bit of rust that we found was in the bottom of the passenger side A panel that just needed a small patch welded in. Everything else was surface rust. All right.
Yeah, good. Looking all right, mate?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's all still genuine panels on it.
Really, genuine panels. 1974. But mind you, they feel like
Yeah, proper.
weird. Like they feel thicker. You know what I mean? Like better.
Yeah, no filler work in them, and it's just brilliant. But we'll get it blown off, get it in the booth, and get it primed.
Get it primed by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Sound right? Let's get it out and
Give it a good blow job.
yeah. So we blew all the dust off the Mini and got it into the paint booth. Keith wiped it all down and then masked it up ready for the primer. Now the high build primer, or some people call it filler primer, is super thick stuff. It's mixed 5:1, so that's 5 parts primer to 1 part activator. So what Keith does, he puts 3 really heavy thick coats all over the car. Then we put a guide coat over the top with just some black aerosol. When we're rubbing it back down to get this primer super flat, we don't want to go too deep, so we just want to take the top off where this guide coat is. Also, it'll help us see where any dents are.
Yeah, so after we've primed it, we pushed it out the booth, then we rub it down, well, blocked it down with a 320, and then went over it with a DA with 500.
To make it nice and smooth. It's good having that guide coat on because you can just take the top off and see if there's any dents, which there wasn't, was there really?
No, there was no dents at all.
So then pushing it for like the 6 millionth time back into the booth, we then mask it up, ready to paint our white. Originally it was like stone chipped, it was like textured, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was yellow.
And it was like a yellowy, creamy kind, so it just didn't match anything else on the Mini.
No, so I scraped that all off and painted it in, like I said, the Subaru white.
Yeah, Subaru white's more matching. Now you've polished up that back, it just is going to look more the same as the back, which is good.
That's it.
So let that dry overnight, so then we can mask it out and stick the tape onto the white.
Yep, and then get the red on, which again is 2:1, so that's 2 parts paint to 1 part activator. And then it's basically the same again as the white, a gripper coat and 2 full coats.
Now what we did on this, because we're painting the engine bay and we've got as much dirt out as we can from in there, but you didn't want to like...
No, you can't guarantee that there won't be any dirt coming out and onto the fresh paint, so...
So you didn't want to sort of like put the paint in the engine bay and then dirt flip out onto the wings.
Yeah, because we wouldn't be able to wipe it off.
No, because it's wet paint. So what we did, we masked out the wings and the scuttle at the back, then...
Unmasked it, and then just tacked the whole car off, and then put the red on the outside.
Yeah, painted the red, so half a coat first to grip it, and then...
2 nice full coats.
Yeah, 2 nice full coats.
Wet coats.
Yeah, wet, with a bit of thinners in there, so it gives you that less bumpy-like finish, doesn't it? So it's...
Yeah, it flows better.
Yeah, more mirror-like.
You've got more chance of a run, but Keithy no runs doesn't get a run.
That's it, Keithy no runs, strikes again, does a mint job as normal. So while that was drying, we didn't want to get it out of the booth to get any dust on it and stuff, so I nipped in there, got all the cupboard doors off and all the drawers out for the wood, and give them to you. So they got a veneer finish.
Yep, so then I hit them with a 320 on the DA, blew them off, and then gave them a nice coat of stain.
Yeah, it's like a clear...
Yeah, yeah, it's fetched them up really nice.
Like a matte stain, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah, they do look good. That's all done, so then we push it back out the booth again for the last time and jack it all up, get all the wheels off, mask it out.
Yep, and then I undersealed it all underneath.
So the underseal's like the worst job, so you put the old spray suit on and get under there and get absolutely covered in...
Blast of underseal.
Yeah, get covered in underseal everywhere. But yeah, so we got it all in, up under the arches, all under the floor.
All the nooks and crannies.
It's all proper good stuff now that's going to stick and stay there for years, which is brilliant. Once that's done, while it was down there, we thought we'd get the dirty work out of the way. So you had the nice job of rubbing down the inside roof.
Yes, yeah, it got covered in white.
It was proper horrible stuff, wasn't it?
It was horrible. Yeah, not nice.
Unmask it, the main bits, and push it out, and then...
Blew it all off inside.
And that leaves all the dirty work down the other place, and we've pushed it back up now into the main workshop.
For the final push.
Yeah, final push of getting these done. And there we go. We've got a red Mini.
It looks beautiful.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Stunning, yeah. It's better than that blue. It just looks so warm.
Hopefully, red cars always sell for more money.
He did say sell.
That's the idea, as long as I actually sell this one. But yeah, so Keith's at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just doing the inside, just brush painting that big black because it's just covered in the red oxide and it doesn't look nice.
It's pretty ropey in there. So nice black finish through there. And then we've got to choose what we're going to do with the carpet. So I did buy some real thick, like shag pile, bright red carpet to match the front. But I sent the interior off last week to me mate Austin. It should come back Monday. It's very bright with the material I've chose. So we've got to maybe think of a different colour for the floor, or wood, or get some pallets. But yeah, so once Keith's finished that, we're going to have a go at this back door in a minute. I've got some hinges here, they're slightly different, but fingers crossed they'll work.
They'll do the job.
And then we're on to the final straight, putting it back together.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And then go camping. Right, I'll leave Keith doing that, and then we'll get that back door on.
Okay, mate.
So I took one of the old hinges off and I measured it, and I've got one pretty much the same. It's slightly smaller, but it's in the same shape, so hopefully it will do the same job. So I'll whip the rest of them off, and then hopefully with Keith's help, he can hold the door, we'll line it up and fit it. So let's get fitting these new hinges. Okay mate, you offer the door up and I shall just blip these screws through and we'll just see if it's in the right place. Right, it's about there where it was. Right, that's about where the door was. Give it a go. Ideal. Right, same for the top. Okay, same as before.
Yep.
Just see if I can... That's about where the old one was. Tuck this thing in first. What's this wire for then?
Safety catch.
Is it?
So you can have the top one open.
Oh, and lock it off.
Yeah.
And then it just stays there. Oh yeah, that's good, isn't it?
And then the horse can poke his head out through the
Yeah.
window.
So you have to put that on there, lock it, right, moment of truth. That was a bit of a poor one. Yeah, good. Very good. And they look okay as well. Don't look out of place. Ideal. Right, on to the next. So I'm going to make a start on this engine. I want it to be super reliable, like it was when it was original. So I'm going to change all the usual bits that break. So we're going to put a new water pump in it and a new thermostat. I'm also going to change the alternator because we had that fault where it wasn't charging the battery, and put a new alternator bout on it. Now when we were stripping the engine down for paint, I noticed that most of the electrical connectors were corroded. So in the end I just cut them all out and soldered them properly. Then I fitted the radiator back in because it was good, but with new top and bottom coolant hoses, and I fitted a new heater tap. I cleaned the carb up and fitted that, and then gave the engine an oil and filter change. So doing all this will hopefully make it super reliable so we can get on the road without any hassle. So while I was doing that, Keith was inside getting super busy.
So when I was inside, I gave the roof 2 good coats of anti-mold white paint. So then I got the clear stain out and done all the woodwork inside, which has come out lovely.
It looks amazing.
So then it was onto the wallpapering, which I was really looking forward to doing. So Paul got a roll of plain white paper, which has got like a 70s style wood grain effect in it, which looks really good. It's almost like the texture of a tree trunk. So hopefully it's plain enough not to draw your eyes to it, but still keeping in style with this 70s camper van. I think it came out really well, looks good.
Next up is the front we need to put back together. So I bought new headlight bowls because the old ones were cracked, and also a nice brand new set of halogen headlamps. Then up was the grille. If you remember, it was dented a bit and all the black had faded, so Keith basically hammered out those dents, gave it a good coat of black, and then polished up all the chrome. Done it look mint. After that was the bumper. Now if you remember, it had a couple of dents in the bumper and the chrome was peeling off, so basically we just hit it with the DA, got the chrome off, and painted it matte black so it will match our rear bumpers. And next up is the front screen. Now anybody with a Mini knows how much of a pain these are. Basically all you do is put a rope inside the rubber, and then as you're pushing the screen against the car you pull the rope and it basically flips the rubber inside and fits it nice. Then we fitted the bonnet. It was easy enough because we marked where it goes. Looks super good. Moving round to the side, we mounted the doors up. Again, they can be a bit of a pain, but it went really well. I then fitted the window lifter and the glass, and then it was time for them custom wide mirrors.
Now that is one nice looking Mini.
Okay, that's the exterior done of the car, all looking real good. Time to start on this interior, and I think the first thing we're going to tackle is the wiring. So interior lights, the one in the back above the window's missing, and this one up here above the front is not working, and also it's got speaker cable wiring up to it. So obviously this is too thin for a light, especially if you're going to leave it on for say an hour or something. It's just going to get too hot. And also I found places where it's just twisted together, which isn't good. So I think I'm going to run a nice thick wire up somewhere. I've got to find where I'm going to wire it into the top, and then also bought some lovely new interior lights. Now these are adjustable up or down, and they've got their own switch, so we can just turn whichever one we want on and off. And yeah, they look pretty cool from the local caravan place. So we'll get them on. Right, let's start getting rid of this horrible wiring. And there we go, interior lights done. Even though it's an LED one, it's only 2 watts, so it's real dull, which is good because it is quite tight in here. Just looking at the wiring and where I was going to run it down, you know, through the A-post by the window, and I found in the corner, all rovelled up and in tape, the original interior light wiring. So obviously the interior light would have been down here, but they've disconnected it obviously. This actually already runs down through to the back of the dash somewhere, and it's been disconnected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this to our light, find out where it's been disconnected, and then run that to the battery, and that's it. Our light will work. How good is that? And then I'll run a live from here round to that light, and then we've got all good original wiring powering our lights. So yeah, another simple fix, which is good. All right then, Keith.
Yep.
Last part of the wiring. I want to be able to charge my phone at night and stuff like that.
And I do.
And let's face it, if I go camping, I'm taking a microwave with me.
A microwave.
Microwave, because you know what I'm like in cooking.
Yeah, you don't. Can't cook, won't cook.
So when I was at the caravan place, I bought this, which is like, you know, the wire.
Yeah, hook up.
The hookup plugs into it.
Yep.
Well, you're the caravan man, ain't you? So I'm thinking here is the best place to sort of sink that in and put it there.
Okay.
Right, and also while I was there, I got a little fuse box. Yep. So I think just mount that behind there.
Yep.
And then the plug at the top.
For your phone.
Yeah, it's got the USB ports. So somewhere sort of on that wall. Now, what do you reckon to the wiring of that fuse box? What do you notice at the top?
Installation should only be carried out by a competent person.
That's it. We can't do it then. There's nobody here that's good enough. Well, wired this place up, didn't we? So, right, so let's get cracking at this.
Okay.
Sound.
So I'm going to cut this hole so it slides in perfect.
That's it, that's what we want. So that flap opens up level with the body. What a good job you did of that, Keith.
Thanks, mate.
Right, so I'm going to fit this fuse box inside. So we're just going to run a wire in, and then I'm going to place it facing upwards. So it's, I mean, it's not going to be amazing to get to, but at least we can see where it is. Then next up, run the wire up. And then I think this is the perfect area to have it. It's on the kitchen top. I can just leave something on the side.
Yeah.
Cut the hole out, fit it in, wire it. Let's give it a test.
Plug your microwave in.
Microwave. Go on then, Keith. Hit the power, mate.
She's on.
Hey, it works. Alexa, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
No.
What a bitch.
I hate you, Paul.
Right then, Keithy, part 6. I promised this lot at home that I'd get it finished on this one. No more stringing it out like.
Yep.
I'm going to be a bit sad when this is done.
Yes, yeah, it's been good.
It's been one of my favourite cars, I think, I've done.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's real good, and touch wood, it's gone okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no major problems.
No. So, interior now, we'll stick back together and then we're done.
Yep. Yeah, let's get on.
Let's get cracking. So first up, I had an idea for the drain and the fill bowls. I went to the supermarket. These are only like £2. So just drilled a hole in the top and we're going to use them. Unscrew it, screw a new one in, job's a good one. Yep. Next up was the sink, easy enough, just pops in one screw. That looks good. After that heat shield above the cooker to protect your lovely wallpapering.
Yep.
And then it was that nicely cleaned and stained interior. Cupboard doors, the drawers and the grill tops all went in fine.
Right, so if you remember when we were driving, the bed flap fell down and nearly gave me a heart attack.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, well, Paul popped out, got a catch, and I fitted that and it's stopped it now. It's really good.
Yeah, just screwed it against the wall, wasn't it? That was good. And after that was the flooring, so I nipped to the local DIY place, got a pack of floorboards. Typically, you know, our luck, they're just bigger than 2 boards, aren't they? It's like 1 inch. So rather than having the lines off centre, I put one down the middle and then we cut all the way down both sides. So then
That was your OCD again.
yeah, it's just so you look in and you've got a straight line in front of you and it looks nice. But what a mess that made, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Done the sides all up nice as well and fixed them back with a couple of little screws, and it actually looks real good, doesn't it?
It looks cracking, looks stunning in there.
After that you fitted them blinds.
Yeah, painted the end pieces so they look like new, and then fitted the blinds, and again they work really well.
Next thing, I glued in the carpet, so around the inner wheel arches and around the sills, glued that in, and then we gave the new main carpet a little trim. And then that is most of the interior done. All right then, Keithy, so flooring's done,
Yep.
carpet's done,
Yep.
all the interior and stuff is back in.
Yep.
There's only one thing left.
Seats.
Are we ready? Drum roll, please.
Whoosh. Sunglasses.
Look at that. See, now this is bright red, right? And when you look at that next to it, holy
Moly.
definitely holy moly. It's like dual colour, so we can do it dark red or light red. How good is that? But yeah, got it all down here ready. Let's put it in.
Sweet.
Let's go. And there we go, mate. The interior is finished.
It looks beautiful.
It's ace, isn't it?
Yeah, really warm.
You know, with such like a unique camper, the last thing you want is to walk in the back and it be like,
Ugh.
you know, sad face, sad face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it looks really good.
That old interior was just too dark, wasn't it? And it was just
boring.
boring and horrible. But wow, don't this look good? I mean, there's always 3 colours I do on any build.
Yeah.
So you stick to 3 colours. So like the back's white, but we couldn't have white seats because that'd get dirty. And then we got black, like we got the black carpet and black doors. But then if these were black,
Yeah, be major dark.
it'd be too dark.
Yeah, horrible.
And then we've got the red at the front, so that was the only sensible thing to do it in. But oh, they feel great as well. They're molting a bit. I'd get
Fluffy bum.
yeah, I get red all over me, but it's such a nice place to be in.
Yeah.
Just think of all the people on the campsite when you put up in this as well.
Yeah, open mouths, jaws dropping.
Who are like, what? You know, it's the best thing is, it's the only one in the world.
Yeah.
And there we go, folks. That is what 2 people can do in 26 days.
Brilliant.
What a difference. Definitely the right choice to go red. It highlights that it's still a Mini. You know, when it was blue, it was a bit darker and it kind of took it away from it, didn't it?
Yeah, red was definitely the good.
Red's more in your face and it just
Yeah.
is a better colour, isn't it?
It just hits you, doesn't it, as soon as you see it.
And hopefully sells for more money, even though I probably won't sell it.
Sal, did you say Sal again?
So starting at the front, apart from that really mint paint job that Keith did, he also basically went round, everything that was on it has been put back on, but cleaned and painted.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. And then going round to the side, it was definitely a good idea to paint that white rather than the cream because it kind of matches in with the back. And then looking at the back, you did a great job of polishing that up.
Yeah, a bit of Alwell grease and that's all it cost us.
Yeah. Speaking of cost, so working out all the stuff, because we basically reused a lot of what was on there, we've got new interior, we've got stuff to make it reliable, but overall we didn't spend a great deal. So out of our £10,000 budget, so the car was 8, it comes to 9,750, give or take a few quid.
Brilliant.
So we did good. I actually got one under budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the only one thing left is, even though it's tax and MOT exempt, it hasn't got a historic logbook, so it still needs an MOT until I send the logbook off. So I've got it booked in tomorrow for an MOT. The local MOT guy, he's all right. He has his good days and his bad days, but hopefully he'll see this and he'll be sweet.
He does like Jaffa cakes.
He does like Jaffa cakes, so I'll get some from the shop on the way through.
Yeah.
I'll get him a box of Jaffa cake.
Yeah. Ah, there is one last thing that we forgot about.
What's that?
The toilet, which I found.
Oh yeah, I was trying to hide that.
No, I found it. It was tucked away.
Mate, that can't go back in there. Look at it. Put it next to that brilliant white side. Look at the state of that. I'll tell you what.
It's beautiful.
Hang on a minute. I got you a present.
Oh, wow. It's Christmas.
But you're not allowed to use it. The old one was a Porta Potty 22. Porta Potty 145.
Yeah, well, that's closer to my age than 22.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, give it a test. Hang on. You need something to read while you're sat on.
No, that's instructions how to do it.
What, how to poo?
Yeah.
Right, let's shove it in.
That's nice and comfortable, mate.
Good. Let's shove it in and go for our MOT.
Brilliant.
Let's go. Well, this is where our little joke ends. I was going to do a thing because a lot of you don't know I'm actually an MOT tester. So I was going to drive the Mini to the garage and test it myself just for a bit of a laugh, just to do a bit of a funny thing. But I've made an unscheduled stop in the lovely Worcestershire countryside in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. So I'll turn the phone around now and show you what's happened. And that's as far as I got. In the middle of nowhere. Bottom coolant hose has burst. Oh, brilliant. Keith to the rescue. That's going to be hot, that is, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You didn't spill a drop.
Oh, that's hot.
Is it boiling up yet?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Keep going.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Just let that water heat up that's in it at the moment. Keep filling her up, Keith. Is it coming straight out that pipe?
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
right.
Let's have a look a sec. So that is the new coolant hose I put on. Obviously where that pipe's bonded to it, split. What a bugger. Oh mate, what a disaster.
Yeah, it's typical, mate.
You know, you go the extra mile to try and make something reliable by changing parts for new ones, and look at the state of that.
Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse.
It looks like it had been glued with a bicycle puncture repair kit, you know.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. So I've put the old original bottom hose on, which wasn't split. I mean, I was only changing it just to put new stuff on to make it reliable. And I've filled it up, been down the road. We've lost second and third gear in the automatic gearbox.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it sounds, I don't know if they're like bout driven or something like that. When it goes to second, you just get this like bout slipping noise. Oh, right. And it kind of goes, and it don't go anywhere. So yeah, we've only got first gear.
So camping's out the window then?
Where can we go in first gear? Yes, I've got just the idea.
I don't like the sound of that.
Jump in. Jump in, we'll have a go. We have arrived.
You are joking?
No, it's the best place. I mean, it's as far as we can go, really. We got a bloke there that sells logs, so we can borrow some for a campfire later.
Yeah.
We got on-site toilets for your 90-year-old bladder, so you can get up in the night 50 times. And we've got the evening entertainment there. We've got a dog agility class.
Oh, mate.
Just think how much fun we can have with that. So, you go and borrow some logs.
Borrow.
And I'll get the fire basket out.
All right, mate.
Time for bed, yeah.
And there we go, mate. End of another project.
Yeah, it's been good.
And still managed to go camping.
Yeah, and toasted marshmallows.
Yeah, just the job these are. Oh, not warm yet.
No.
It's been a good one, hasn't it?
Yes, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
You know, 26 days and we've done what people can do in, what, 6 months?
Yeah, 2 blokes.
You know.
Yeah, what a team.
I think the fire's going out, you know.
Yeah, that's all right. It's nearly time for bedtime, mate.
I just poked myself in the back of the throat with that.
It's not what you're going to get later.
No, oh, nice. Yeah, hopefully I can get on into it tomorrow and fix the gears.
Yeah, well, we haven't got far to go, have we?
No,
Travelling
that's
back.
it. But, I mean, it just like instantly overheated, so hopefully it's just like cooked the oil because the auto boxes obviously run off the engine oil on that.
Right, so change of oil.
Yeah, change of oil, give it a go, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's it for us.
Yes.
We hope you at home have enjoyed this build. So yeah, just want to say thanks really for, you know, sticking with us, watching the videos, and we hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
Yeah, you guys have been fantastic with all the comments and everything.
Yeah, it's been really good. So that's it from us. So from me, I'll say see you again, and from Keith,
See you on the next one.
see ya. Bye.